Hello, Ministry of Defense, our funders of this project. This is a COSCA team. COSCA, these are Allied Compatriots and Soldiers Children Circle that was funded. We came to this opportunity after knowing we did a survey on force with a number of 3 members. On 5th, we went back to the ministry and got orientation that we extended to our members. After knowing that, on 6th, we departed in a team of 8 members and we came and stayed in Hoima district. This was influenced by the nature of the environment. We found a lot of hesitation. We decided to always stay in a distant area. Let alone we were joined by a good number of our members and we approximately reached a number of 15 members. We started our primary cultivation, which included clearing of land. The land was so bushy, we had to buy some materials, like we found it hard to be recognized by the natives, and therefore buying the uniforms for our members for easy identification. More so, we had to buy radio calls because we knew if any one of us had left, then it would be so hard if he got any challenge to communicate to us. So we had to buy some radios such that we keep the flow of communication for easy rescue of in case of any challenge. On tools, we had to buy different kinds of tools, like the work was hectic and the nature of work. For example, we had to buy pangas for cutting bigger trees. We had to buy hoes. We had to buy jerry cans. We had to buy timber because we found it hard to keep our materials, so we had to put a certain shelter such that when our materials are brought at the venue, we had safe custody of them. We also had to dig a pit latrine for proper sanitation of our members because we saw to running to different areas would strike into strange diseases that are associated with poor sanitation and hygiene. It was a hard nut to crack, having found members who never knew the background, or else who pretended to be knowing the background of the area in a controversial way, because most of them pretended to be landowners, so there was a grudge of land, and this has affected us in various ways. We could book labor and then they go around, those people who were malicious, who were political, myopic, they go around and stop those members from working with us. However, we found a committed group of members, around 5 to 10 members, who have been helping us in coping up with the situation at the ground. So this has affected our efficiency and flow of work. It has set us back because we are here for 14 days. We have been here for 14 days and it was so hard for us to clear because we had less number. We expected labor and empowerment from the society by hiring and paying back. But some groups have been conniving with such members and telling them, stopping them from collaborating with us. Hence a challenge that the small ratio of our members has contributed a lot and we have been caught up by time. I will also say that maybe the time that we were given was a bit short for us to do all the activities in time, because as I talk, we have cleared almost a third of the land. So I think if we had been given ample time, enough time, by now we could be at least 3/4 of the land. At first we thought it would be easier for us to penetrate and clear the land, but we found it hectic in that the place was too bushy and so thick for members to penetrate. Like I earlier talked, we thought pangas alone could help us, but we ended up employing other tools such that we can cope up with the nature of work. So we there had to buy machetes and pickaxe. And the number that we thought would help us, we had again to improvise and get some locals, because we used to book prisoners, but it was not easy for them. You book them today, and you are promised the following day, they end up coming in 3 days to come. Then another thing, some politicians had to go around leaving letters that were excusing prisoners from working with us. So we had to improvise and get some locals to help us. However much the challenges I'm talking about, we have managed to clear around 30 acres of land, and as I say, we are on the 4th day of plantation, and from where we began, I can see the grains are sprouting out and they are shooting. You can witness them right now, and we hope by the end of the coming week we would have finished planting. However much we are committed to the target, which is 100 acres. So we feel we shall do it, and we believe we will. I conclude by thanking all the stakeholders who have been engaged in this activity. I appreciate my fellow members for being committed, though the work is so hectic, but you are disciplined, you are cooperative, and I can see the progress of work with your joined hands. I also wish to appreciate our administrators, most especially Mr. Michael Ntege Brian, for guiding us, for directing us always without getting tired. I also appreciate the locals who have been cooperative and encourage those that are still discouraged to come up and join us, because this is going to benefit all of us after all. I again can't fail to appreciate Ministry of Defense. Ministry of Defense has worked hand in hand with us, and we know we bother you a lot, and we shall always, because you are our funders. I appreciate the team that comes on ground to comfort, encourage, direct, and supervise.